Okay, so this diet plan is going to help with cleansing. It's going to help by hydrating your body and supporting your body's natural cleansing rhythms so that you can get rid of this kind of toxic gunk like heavy metals, pollutants, fake fragrances, fake chemicals, that food you ate 10 years ago that's still in your gut. There's these diet protocols will just gently help to your body to cleanse it, because the truth is your body's always trying to heal itself, always. But sometimes certain diet choices or philosophies that we subscribe to don't help. Okay. So we're going to talk about what to eat, and then we'll talk about what not to eat. Okay. So in the morning, when you wake up, a very powerful practice that you can add into your life, which will change everything, is first you can brush your teeth. Okay, so before you drink any water or anything like this, just brush your teeth, because your mouth has bacteria in it that overnight you need to understand that as you're sleeping, your organs are cleansing and cleaning. Your liver is not sleeping while you're sleeping. Your liver's awake and it's actually cleansing and cleaning. Um, so a lot of gases and stuff and bacterias get kind of uh dislodged out of, these deep organ tissues where they're stuck. Your liver kind of takes them out. It takes the garbage out of the house out onto the curb, okay? And some of these gases and stuff as you're sleeping, they can kind of get stuck on your tongue and your gums. That's why you have bad breath when you wake up, right? So the first thing, it's really good to just brush your teeth, because if you were to go to drink water right away, all of those bacterias would just kind of go back, you get wash them back into your body. Okay, so you just kind of brush your teeth, brush your tongue and stuff. Then the first thing to have is a big glass of lemon water. So like you can take a tall glass like this. When I say a big glass, I mean 500 milliliters. So like 2 cups minimum. Okay. And then you just take a lemon, cut it in half. Okay. And then you squeeze half the lemon into your 2 cups of water. Okay. Your big glass of water. If you just have a little glass, then you just drink two of them. Okay. Um, and you can divide your half of the lemon into that. So what this is doing first thing in the morning is the lemon is it basically helping to bind to all of this garbage that your liver has taken out to the curb. The lemon, with its sugars and its vitamins and minerals, the lemon is a living cell. It comes in and it actually absorbs this garbage, and then it helps it to be flushed out of your system. Okay. So, lemon water first thing in the morning is helping you cleanse all of this old stuff that's in your body, and it is helping your body be hydrated, because just drinking normal water is okay, but our water nowadays, a lot of it is very dead and stagnant, and it doesn't have that like earth energy. Like if you're getting water from a well, or if you're getting water from like a river or something, that water's like running over the rocks and it's being charged with all these minerals, and the runoff from the rocks and the minerals and stuff. So a lot of the water we have now is just kind of dead. So you can liven it up by just squeezing lemon in there and drinking it. It helps you be super hydrated first thing in the morning, and that's so important. Okay. Okay. So you have your lemon water. Um, and if you just want to do level one of this cleanse, that's great. Just the lemon water in the morning is already like you're doing a lot of work. Okay. That's amazing. You can also have lemon water later in the day as well, in the afternoon, in the evening. If you're thirsty, just put lemon in your water. It honestly helps a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. Okay. I don't have my book on me, so I can't read to you the benefits of lemon, but there is calcium, there is vitamin C, there is trace minerals, and all it's just very good for your whole body. Okay. The info is more in the life-changing foods book. Okay, so you have your lemon water. Now you just wait 15 to 30 minutes. Okay. Don't eat anything yet. Just wait 15 to 30 minutes for the water to just get absorbed in your body. Okay. Um, then if you're really interested in taking this healing journey to like the top level and you really want to like get the fastest, most powerful, most life-changing results from this, then you would make celery juice, and then you would juice a stalk of celery, and then you would drink that about 30 minutes after your lemon water. Okay, so why celery juice? That seems kind of random. Like, why? Like, that's like, there's so many juices. Like, why isn't it pear juice or, why isn't it arugula juice or spinach juice? Like, why celery juice? Um, So celery specifically actually is not a vegetable or a fruit. Celery is an herb, okay? And herbs throughout history have been known by our ancestors to have very powerful medicinal qualities, okay? Herbs are in a different category than fruits and vegetables. An herb is a medicine, okay? It heals you like powerfully. So the juice that is held inside these celery stalks is filled with over 60 of these complex sodium cluster salts that helps to heal damaged organ tissues. It helps to give your body the mineral salts that it so desperately needs for proper organ function, proper brain function, proper uh what was I going to say? Proper organ function, proper brain function. It helps because these sodium cluster salts, these are electrolytes. These are like key electrolytes that your body needs to function. Your brain, the electrical signals of your nerves literally need the electrolytes, the sodium. It needs it to function. It helps your muscles function properly. So these mineral salts and the sodium cluster salts from the celery, it heals damaged tissues. It kills viruses and bacteria that are harming your body. Okay. The celery juice is literally antiviral. It's like a disinfectant almost. It literally is cleaning the inside of your freaking body and it's cleansing it. It's literally washing your insides. um, it's helping to break down buildups of plaque that's in your stomach lining, in your small intestine, your large intestine, your kidneys. There's certain plaque that builds up like hardened fats from old, that fried chicken you had 5 years ago is some of it literally hardens and it creates homes for all sorts of nasty bacterias and funguses and yeast and mold lives in your gut that doesn't need to be there. Okay, these yeasts, molds, and funguses they actually live off of more nasty oils like fried canola oil or vegetable oil that's fried, like fried chicken, fried foods. They live off of uh MSG and processed foods and fake sugar and all this kind of stuff. These nasty things that are living in your gut, they live off that. And they'll actually start sending your brain cravings to eat it. So, because your gut is connected with your brain, a lot of the cravings for foods that you have are actually not what you think it is. It's actually old bacteria that's been living in your gut at like a parasite and has actually been living in you and feeding off these certain foods. So the celery juice comes in and it breaks down these old fats because the celery juice is alkaline. It's highly alkaline. It alkalizes your gut, and fat deposits like rancid fats that they stay in your gut and they start to rot. Um, that's acidic. It's fatty acid. You've heard like omega-3 fatty acid. It's because if you know biochemistry, fats are acids, okay? Um, that's why when you use a soap, like a dish soap, it's basic. So it cleans the dish. It breaks down the fatty acids, right? So celery juice is more alkaline. It's more basic. So it's like a soap for your insides, but not in a way where it's gonna like clean out clean out the good bacteria too. It actually supports the growth of good gut bacteria and kills bad gut bacteria and starves it. Okay. While it's doing this, it's also hydrating you and it's helping to heal damaged organ tissues. So your organs, what with through many years of being lodged in chemicals and eating junk food and getting sick, and there's viral activity, there's viruses living in your body that are literally creating waste, that your liver is overloaded, it can't process all of it, especially if you're eating a very high fat diet, you're eating a lot of too much meat. Or not saying you can never eat meat ever, but I'm saying you have too much, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, too much eggs, too much fat. It damages your organ tissues. So the celery juice, your body uses these mineral salts to help create the proteins that it needs to heal your damaged muscles and your damaged organ tissues. Okay. The celery juice, you will feel when you drink it. If I recommend organic celery. Okay, conventional celery will work, but organic celery will work much better. But don't feel bad if you only have conventional celery. That's okay. That'll work too. Okay. Just make sure you wash it really well. You can use like a vegetable soap, like a non-toxic soap that you can spray it on, and you can kind of get all the pesticides that are oil based on the stalks of the celery. You can wash that off a little bit. The reason why organic I recommend it better is because the soil is not pumped with nitrates and fake fertilizers. Um, it's also not sprayed with insecticides and fungicides and herbicides that are very high in heavy metals. They're also poisonous. And also when the food is not given pesticides, it's actually forced to develop more antioxidants and more phytochemicals that fight bugs and funguses and molds and stuff, because the vegetable has to fight to survive on its own without the aid of the pesticide. So it actually ends up being even more healthy for you. It because it develops more vitamins and minerals as it fights to develop these more antioxidants to fight against bugs that are trying to eat it and this kind of stuff. Okay. So organic is also like less likely to be genetically modified, because a lot of farmers will genetically modify their fruits or their veggies, where they'll pick seeds that are tampered with to get like you just like cross mixing DNA and this kind of like uh really evil, no, I don't want to say evil, but it's really nasty, this kind of like cross mixing DNA. It's I want to say reptilian, but that's not a good word. I think that's a little bit too much of a hot button topic. But yeah, this kind of like it's toxic science basically. That's like genetically modifying your food, splicing DNA, and causing your food to not be as healthy as it could be. So organic is always highly recommended as much as possible. Okay. So you make your celery juice. How much should I have? Ideally, one full stalk of celery, the all the juice from that. So like an entire bunch of celery. You just cut off the end. You can run it through a masticating juicer that doesn't use heat. Um, or you can just blend it in a big blender and then use a straining bag to strain the pulp out into a bowl, and you can just drink that, and that works perfectly. Okay, so if you don't have a juicer or anything like that, I've used a blender for years. You can just blend up, just chop up the celeries, wash it, okay, so there's no dirt on it and stuff, and then you put it in that blender, blend it into a pulp. Then you pour the pulp into that straining bag and you squeeze all the juice out and drink it. Okay. This is about 30 minutes after your lemon water on an empty stomach. Just pure celery juice. Okay. We're not adding anything extra, not adding apple or lemon or any of this. Just the pure celery juice is in its most powerful form when it's left alone. Yeah, and it's drank at room temperature ideally. So if you have celeries in your fridge, just kind of leave them out on your counter for like half an hour to an hour, just so they can like kind of take the chill out of them a little bit. So when I wake up, what I do is I go brush my teeth, and then when I go to make my lemon water, I just take a celery out and I put it on the counter for later. Um, yeah, so after you have your celery juice, you will feel, first of all, when you first start having celery juice, you might have to use the bathroom. You might get diarrhea. Like remember the first time I had celery juice, I drank it, and then immediately after I had to go straight to the toilet because it's like that's how fast it works. It starts with cleaning out all this old junk that's inside you. That will go away after 2 or 3 days. Okay. So don't be alarmed if you do have to use the bathroom after drinking it. That's actually a very good sign. Okay. After a few days, it'll just feel like a very hydrating drink that you're having in the morning. It's full of electrolytes and salts. Your body needs this stuff to work properly. I want you to actually test an experiment. I want you to notice that you can actually get high after you drink the celery juice. I get kind of high. Like my brain like works. It's like a mini psychedelic. Like my freaking brain is like laser focused, like zoom, like honed in. I feel my breath start to change. I feel like I'm breathing more fully and more deeply. I feel more energized. I feel pure and clean. Like just like my awareness is literally raised. Okay, so if you're interested in spirituality and self-actualization, the celery juice can literally help you with your meditation. If you drink celery juice and then go for a nice meditation, it's like laser. Like it works. Like your body, you feel your body start to work better because it's sponging up all of these key mineral salts that it's lacking. Most people in our cultures are salt deficient because even though we have high salt diets, we're salt deficient because the kind of salt that we eat is iodized. And it's like, like McDonald's salt is not the same as like celery juice salt. One of them is designed by God. The other one is like highly refined and ruined and, like just destroyed by man. Okay. So you've had your celery juice. Now you're feeling amazing. You may have had to use the bathroom, whatever it is, but you're feeling great. Your body is now healing. Okay. If just by having lemon water and celery juice in the morning, even if everything else I say, you don't listen to that, the lemon water and the celery juice will like already start to heal your body. Okay. There's also some problem foods that we're going to take out that are going to help this process heal even more. And you'll just start to feel like $1,000,000. Your body's going to start to work better. Your brain's going to start to work better. Your skin's going to start to look better. Your hair is going to grow better. Your teeth are going to be less, have less plaque and gum disease and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, so you can then wait an hour after you drink, use 30 minutes to an hour after you drink your celery juice because you just want to give it time to sit in your stomach, okay? Because it's doing its work, okay? So you wait 30 minutes to an hour, do whatever you need to do, your chores or whatever it is. And then it's breakfast time if you want. If you're hungry, you want breakfast, okay. So breakfast, what is breakfast? Breakfast is usually most likely going to be a large quantity of fruit. Okay. So we're looking at like banana and blueberry, wild blueberry smoothie. We're looking at 5 apples. You can blend them up in a blender, blend the apples and add some cinnamon and some honey. Have the applesauce, right? We're looking at having an entire melon, a whole watermelon. I know that's a lot, but the point is we're trying to fill up on fruit, okay? Because big problem people have is they feel like fruit is not filling enough, but it's because they're not eating a large enough quantity, okay? Fruits have this liquid in them. The water content of the fruit is healing and helps with this whole cleanse process. You need to be hydrated when you're cleansing, and you need to be eating whole fruits, okay, or blended fruits. So I'm talking about like eating like tons of melon, tons of pears, lots of cherries, lots of um uh pineapple, lots of cantaloupe, lots of jackfruit, papaya. Oh my God. If you have papaya, you can, eat the whole thing, right? Spoon it out and you can even put it in the blender and blend the papaya, and then you have like papaya pudding, and you can kind of just like eat that with a spoon. Or you can just eat it just right out of the fruit. That works too. You're still hungry, have another one. Have 2 papayas. Have 5 apples. Um, like I said, you can have, I know it sounds crazy. You can have a whole bunch of bananas. You can have 6, 7, 8 bananas. This is so good for you. So important to have large quantities of fruit. You need it. Do you have anyone have any questions about like over like because our culture's kind of done a great job of trying to make us scared of eating fruit because a lot of companies like meat industries, dairy industries, egg industries, yogurt, like yogurt industries. Why is the yogurt fruit flavored? Did you ever ask like why so many processed foods are fruit flavored? Like, oh, it's orange flavor, banana flavor, banana flavored yogurt, right? You know why? Because you want bananas. You don't want yogurt. You actually want fruit. We like fruit. Our teeth are they're the same teeth as frugivores. We're if you look at you do a comparison of the teeth of different animals, like herbivores have very flat teeth, carnivores have very sharp teeth, but frugivores, animals that eat mostly fruit like monkeys, we have these kinds of teeth. They're perfect for biting apples and chewing them. So your whole digestive system, your whole metabolism, your organs, your brain, it runs on sugar, but not sugar from like, ice cream or sugar from like, Kool-Aid or whatever it is. I'm talking about sugar from fruits. They grow off the trees.
Would you have
Other foods that could be maybe if you're very sensitive to fruit, you definitely want to introduce it slowly. But you do want to introduce it, okay? Because again, um, when a lot of people might realize that their sensitivity to fruit goes away after the lemon water, the celery juice, and after just like a week of eating the way that I'm talking about, you'll actually find that your tastes start to change, your stomach starts to change, and you're able to handle more fruit and because fruit is naturally very gentle for your body, like cherries, for example, or mango. It's very gentle. It's like it's sugary, it's sweet, there's all kinds of vitamins. But if your friend is a little bit afraid of that, you can also have gluten-free oats or um, millet grains. You can, and then put some berries on top of that with honey. That can work. The thing you don't want to eat is nuts, meat, eggs. Um, I'm not saying you can never have nuts ever or meat ever. I'm saying in the morning for breakfast, okay? No fat in the morning. No avocados either. No butter, no yogurt, no cheese. So again, so I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just trying to say your friend might say like, "Oh, I can't have an apple," but then every morning they're having eggs and bacon, or they're having like a yogurt, or they're having like it's a bread, like like a bagel with butter on it, right? So and then later in the day, they'll have one apple and they'll be like, "Oh, my stomach hurts," but they're not questioning what else did you eat yesterday or this morning, because if you had a whole plate of pasta or an entire pizza, and then after the pizza you go to have a couple grapes, and then you say, "Oh, the grapes are hurting my stomach." No, the grapes aren't hurting your stomach. It's everything you had before the grapes that's hurting your stomach. A lot of times your stomach will hurt because the water content of the fruit's actually trying to cleanse your insides. Like how sometimes when you get a cut and then you have to kind of like put alcohol on it or to like and it stings. That's kind of a similar thing where like sometimes if you have celery juice the first time you might notice your stomach hurts a little bit or you get burps, right? Or gas or whatever it is. That's the cleaning that's happening. It changes over. It's not always going to be like that. You just need to understand that your body's like built up of this all this like bad gut bacteria, all of this like you know these habits, right? That are kind of entrenched, their body habits. So um I'd say with the fruit, gently introduce them, and then you can, if the fruit is too much, you can try different ways of taking them, like blending them. Sometimes can help. Peeling them sometimes can help. You can try with oats and millet. Okay, so like, that kind of thing can also help as well. Or you can test different fruits. Maybe she's not sensitive to bananas, or maybe she's not sensitive to apples, but she's sensitive to kiwis, for example. So you want to do some experimentation, or maybe she really likes watermelon. So try to find a fruit she likes, okay? And you can have that every day. If you like it, then have a lot of it, have more. Yeah, smoothie is definitely recommended. That's a fun way to eat your fruit. I have 4 cups of wild blueberries, frozen wild blueberries, with 4 bananas, ripe bananas in there, and then get some parsley from my garden, um, and some fresh squeezed orange juice. Put that in the smoothie. Oh my God, some spirulina powder, some barley grass juice powder. Oh my God, dude, you'll be flying if you have that. You're gonna be doing like calculus equations by accident because your brain's gonna work so well. You're gonna be like, oh my God, I feel great. Okay, so large quantities of fruit. Yeah, smoothies. Just you can't put any kind of like protein powders or like peanut butter or like hemp seeds or chia seeds. You just really want to keep it no fat. Okay, just stick to that pure fruit. Um, yeah. Um, Another breakfast recipe that I want you guys to try. I think you guys will love it. Okay, I think your friend will love it as well. Very simple oat cookie recipe, okay, that you can have for breakfast, and it's actually really good. So you take 4 bananas, ripe bananas, right? And you just mush them in a bowl, okay? Mush them in a bowl. Add some raisins, handful of raisins, a bit of cinnamon, okay? And then you take 4 cups of gluten-free oats, okay? You mix all of that together in a bowl. So for each banana, it's 1 cup of oats, okay? Then you can add some raisins and some cinnamon, mix that all up in a bowl, and then you can heat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, or I don't know what that is in Celsius, just on low, like not too high, like oven on low. 15-20 minutes, you can take that batter that you made with the bananas and the oats, make it into, like cookies, right? Like you can you can put that in the oven, cook it for 15-20 minutes, right? And then you got some amazing oatmeal cookies with raisins and banana, and they're so good. You guys can try that for breakfast, have it for a snack. You can have it at nighttime as well. That's one that I really love. Another amazing idea is keeping a lot of bananas in your house, and when like buying a lot of bananas. Organic is best. They're not that much more expensive, and they're way, way healthier. Different soil. They're much healthier, way less pesticides. When the bananas get ripe, you can peel them and put them in a freezer bag and just freeze them. Okay. And then whenever you want, you can take out those frozen bananas and you can put them in a blender, maybe with some other frozen fruit, like frozen mango or frozen blueberry or whatever it is. And then you can have like mango ice cream or like blueberry ice cream. I promise you, if you haven't tried the frozen banana ice cream, it's like to die for. It is freaking amazing. And it's very filling as well. Something at night you can have if you're craving ice cream. You have a frozen banana with some frozen berries. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. And the best part is it's guilt-free. Like it literally, you can have as much as you want. You can have a whole blender full. You can have as much until you throw up. Like it's literally, it's good for you. Okay. So let's move on to lunch, guys. Okay. I hope these are some good snack ideas and that kind